I am not trying to be proud of what I'm saying. Yes, a lot of people expect me to be ashamed. You are now a loser of what is going on in the political space of Delta North and Anioma as a whole. But I need to maintain my integrity. I said in one of my videos that if we have lost, or if Ned Nwoko lose to have the ticket, I will also post it here. Now, I cannot guarantee the information, whether it's true or false, whether the man is still fighting it or not. The next video I will play after this my speech will make you understand why we are supporting Ned Nwoko. Now, I have said it time without number, I am not an APC member. I don't care what happened in APC. My videos recently will let you know that I'm in support of a good government. But as an individual who has a mandate, who has a vision to use his position as a political party, whether it's in APC, Labour Party, PDP, to move a thing that will benefit my people, I will support such individual. This is why we are at the back of Ned Nwoko. You must have a reason why we are doing what we are doing. The reason is not just because we claim we want to win a war against people who are fighting us. No, the reason is because we understand there must be an opposition in politics. However, we believe that if we're able to achieve it, it will benefit others. Today, a lot of Nigeria believe that Tinubu is not doing well. A lot of Nigeria believe that Tinubu has failed Nigeria, but there are still people supporting him. Even though that those who are not against Tinubu know that if a good government come tomorrow, it will still favor even those who are still supporting Tinubu. And that is politics. But we are against those who are playing politics of hatred, politics of ignorance. It is worse when you are doing something without knowing the repercussion of it. In 2023, a lot of people play politics of ignorance and use sentiment, religion, and tribalism to cast their vote and support their candidate. Today, most of them have changed mind. If you notice, those that were shouting, we don't want Donald Trump to come because he wants our crude oil, they are the ones now saying that they don't want Tinubu to continue, that insecurity is dealing with them in the East. But that time they were blaming the Igbos, that the Igbos are the one who invited Donald Trump. Now they are the one protesting in the street of Lagos, protesting in the street of Southwest now, telling the whole world that insecurity is lavishing their region. So you see, there will be a time when this video will make sense to you. Watch the video and get the real information that is being passed in it. I'm out of here, Joe.
FC carry a load halfway. You do not abandon him when the destination is already in sight. Today, we ask a simple but important question. Do political agreements have an expiry date, or are they only respected until new political interests arrive? Now, let me state from the beginning that this conversation is merely not about Senator Ned Nwoko. It's about trust, it's about continuity, it's about the future of the Anioma project. When Ned Nwoko moved from the PDP to the APC, it was not treated as an ordinary defection. Political observers at the time understood that extensive consultations took place involving national APC leaders, key data stakeholders, and influential figures within the party. Those familiar with the political developments at the time maintained that former APC national chairman Abdullahi Ganduje played a pivotal role in facilitating the discussions. With the reported backing of the presidency and other influential stakeholders who view the arrangement as beneficial to both the APC and the aspirations of the Anioma people. So supporters of Ned Nwoko have consistently maintained that the understanding reached during these negotiations centered on two major issues. The first was strong support for the creation of Anioma State. The second was continuity of representation to ensure that the Anioma project would not lose momentum midway through the journey. Whether one calls it an agreement, an understanding, or a political commitment, many of those who supported the move believed That was the foundation upon which the relationship was built. And that is where today's controversy begins, because nobody can deny one fact. Since arriving in the APC, Ned Nwoko has made Anioma State the defining mission of his political career. While some celebrate political structures and recycled power, Senator Ned Nwoko has focused on delivering results for Delta North. In just 2 years, he has sponsored more than 50 bills, facilitated over 120 constituency projects, reportedly worth billions of naira, and positioned himself as the undisputed champion of Anioma State creation. This is a debate about performance versus perception. He took the conversation beyond Delta State. He elevated the Anioma cause to the national stage. He engaged stakeholders across political and regional divides. He helped bring the Anioma State conversation into mainstream national discourse and sustained attention on an aspiration that many believed had been neglected for decades. And for the first time in many years, the dream of Anioma State began to look less like an aspiration and more like a possibility. Then politics happened. The entry of former Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and the political structure aligned with Governor Sheriff Oborevwori significantly changed the balance of power within the APC in Delta State. And suddenly, many supporters of Ned Nwoko began asking the question: what happened to the understanding that brought him to the party? What happened to the creation of Anioma State? And what is happening to his return ticket that was given to him automatically? Because politics, like life, is built on trust. Imagine a man moves into an abandoned house, the roof is leaking, the walls are cracked, nobody wants the property, he repairs it, he paints it, he makes it attractive. Then suddenly, influential people arrive and tell him the house is now too valuable for him to occupy. Most people would consider that unfair. And that is exactly how many Anioma supporters view the current situation. Before the mass defections, before the power calculations changed, who took the risk? Ned Nwoko. Who carried the APC banner in Delta North during difficult times? Ned Nwoko. Who made Anioma State a national conversation? Ned Nwoko. So when people talk about continuity, they are not merely talking about one politician, they are talking about a project. The real issue is not whether Ned Nwoko deserves a ticket. The real issue is whether Anioma deserves continuity. If Anioma State is not closer than it has been in decades, is this really the moment to change direction? If a bridge is already halfway across the river, does wisdom suggest replacing the engineer before the bridge is completed? These are legitimate questions and they deserve legitimate answer. The irony is impossible to ignore. For years, many people argued that Anioma aspirations were not receiving the attention they deserved. Then someone emerged and made Anioma State the centerpiece of his political mission. Now that the project appears to be gathering momentum and becoming a reality, some of the very forces that once stood at a distance seem eager to take control of the steering wheel. So the question becomes, is the destination the priority or is it the credit for arriving there? As we conclude, Anioma people must ask themselves one simple question. If a man carries your dream on his head for years, do you remove that dream from his head when the finish line is finally in sight? Because this debate is no longer simply about a Senate seat. It is about trust, it's about political credibility, it's about continuity, and ultimately it's about the future of Anioma. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth unveiled. My name is Osigbomo Ikiroda, and I am the principal and CEO of Bush Radio Academy.